The history of Food for Life. With roots in Indian culture, Food for Life Global is a modern-day revival of the ancient Vedic culture of spiritual hospitality. Since the beginning of recorded time, the sharing of food has been a fundamental part of the civilized world, and in India, such hospitality was based on the understanding of the spiritual equality of all beings. The early days. In 1974, an elderly Indian Swami and founder of the Hare Krishna movement, Srila Prabhupada, shocked and saddened upon seeing a group of village children fighting with street dogs over scraps of food, told his yoga students, "No one within 10 miles of a temple should go hungry. I want you to begin serving food immediately." Inspired by the Swami's plea, his followers began expanding that initial effort into a global network of free food kitchens, cafes, vans, and mobile services in Australia, the US, and parts of Europe. Food for Life has a long history of providing food relief in times of natural and man-made disasters. In the war zones of Sarajevo, Bosnia-Herzegovina, Food for Life volunteers visited orphanages, homes for the elderly, hospitals, institutes for disabled children, and basement shelters daily throughout the 3-year conflict. An estimated 20 tons of food has been served since 1992. When an earthquake devastated Latham, India in 1993, Food for Life volunteers drove 300 kilometers to be on the scene within hours, supplying 52,000 meals, clothing, and medical supplies to distressed villages. Food for Life's most valiant efforts in war-torn Grozny, Chechnya, was noted in a New York Times article on December 12, 1995, that stated, "Here, they have a reputation like the one Mother Teresa has in Calcutta. It's not hard finding people to swear they are saints." Food for Life Global was a first responder to the Great Asian Tsunami of 2004. Volunteers from 10 countries provided more than 350,000 freshly cooked vegan meals during the months immediately following the tsunami, along with medical care, water, clothing, and shelter. In 2005, Food for Life Global was a first responder to Hurricane Katrina, providing tens of thousands of freshly cooked vegan meals. In 2010, Food for Life Global was once again a first responder in Haiti after a massive earthquake tore the capital city apart. In 2011, Food for Life Japan served thousands of meals to survivors of the Fukushima tsunami. And during the refugee crisis in Europe, Food for Life had teams in Germany, Serbia, and Austria providing hot meals. These are just a few examples of Food for Life's tremendous emergency relief history. All food prepared and served by Food for Life Global affiliates is first sanctified, a term rooted in Hindu tradition. People of all faiths, however, are familiar with the spiritual practices of thanksgiving and offering to God the first of the earth's yield. The meals provided by Food for Life Global projects thus nourish both body, mind, and soul. Today, Food for Life Global and its network of over 200 affiliates has emerged as the world's largest plant-based food relief program, with thousands of volunteers in 60 countries, providing billions of free meals since 1974. In 1995, Food for Life Global was established to guide the growth of this grassroots effort and empower volunteers with much-needed funds and training to serve their local communities. Food for Life Global's flagship programs are in India, where Food for Life Global's principal affiliate, Food for Life Anamrita, cooks and serves over 1.2 million meals daily to school children as part of the midday meal program initiated by the Indian government. By 2019, Food for Life Global affiliates had reached a milestone of serving over 6 billion meals since its humble beginnings in West Bengal. The Food for Life project based in India are known as Food for Life Anamrita, which translates as Food Nectar, and by the look on the faces of the millions of children that receive a hot lunch every day, the food certainly is nectar. At one of the Food for Life Anamrita kitchens, high-pressure steam is used for cooking tons of food, enough to feed 65,000 children daily. The hot meals are then stored in stainless steel containers and shipped to hundreds of schools in major cities across India. Although Food for Life has roots in Indian culture, the principles by which it is driven are universally appreciated by people of all faiths. To this end, Food for Life Global's Food Yoga initiative welcomes all peoples to participate in our established projects or to start Food for Life projects of their own, incorporating the strict Food for Life standards of purity. To date, Food for Life Global now has support offices in Delaware, USA and Ljubljana, Slovenia, with plans to open regional offices for Australasia and Africa. To learn more, visit ffl.org.